Man, CBS News, you guys really are all about the victimization narrative, aren't you? This is coming to us via CBS News. Like I said, Tyler Perry tells Gayle King, I'm ignored in Hollywood. Oh my goodness. Have you seen Alex Cross? Have you watched your movies? The fact that, theaters play them in any real capacity just goes to show how ignored you aren't. Like, you have a huge fan base. And you're like, oh yeah, well, Hollywood's ignoring me. I'm ignored in Hollywood. But you do make pretty crappy flicks. I mean, trust me, when you're actually acting in roles written by other people, you're pretty good, Tyler Perry. I mean, was it Gone Girl? You're really good in that. But when it comes to your writing, your productions, I gotta say, bro, I actually come at this from a completely different angle because I spent about a decade working at Newark Symphony Hall, which is an urban theater located in Newark, New Jersey. I was building manager, I was usher, waiter. I did so many different things, turnover crew. I did so many different things in that building. But one of the most constant things that was done was working Tyler Perry shows. And you have built this insane fan base. A lot of them off of the caricature that is Medea. Like the loud black angry woman, that whole stereotype. I mean, the mammy stereotype. You've really rode that to incredible prominence. Yet you're sitting here crying to the black man Slayer Gayle King about how Hollywood is ignoring you, Hollyweird. And the deal is that I believe he's the type that, oh yeah, he's definitely opened them cheeks up for some exec. Allegedly, I'm sorry, shouldn't have used the word definitely, but what I am saying is that, like, if I'll put that at like a 97% chance that, like, yeah, he's definitely, what I'm saying, open them cheeks up. So you are so like, you've reached a pinnacle, because congratulations on the studio. It's the biggest studio of all time, apparently, and good on you. Hopefully you have some other directors and producers and visionaries in there, because your stuff, yikes. But yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. But to sit here and still reach this pinnacle, reach this level, reach this zenith of success, and still complain about what Hollywood is or isn't giving you, just feels very disingenuous and a little disrespectful to all of those women who really built you up and brought you to where you're at. Those nanas and those single moms and the aunties and all of them who who elevated you. I mean, bro, seriously, a little gratitude to them instead of sitting there crying about, oh, what, Hollywood. Let's go. Tyler Perry made history this weekend in the grand opening of Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. The film complex spans 330 acres with 12 sound stages. It's larger than the Burbank, California lots owned by Warner Brothers, Walt Disney Studios, and Paramount combined. That's huge. Perry is the first black American to own a major film studio outright. Black American. Is he a descendant though? Like, I don't know the man's lineage. I don't know, like, he's just a black American. And seriously, that is so generalized. That's like saying, oh yeah, he's wearing glasses. Okay, there's quite a few people wearing glasses. Could you be more specific? Spike Lee, Oprah Winfrey, Samuel L. Jackson, and Beyonce, all of Hollyweird, Black Hollyweird, were among the celebrities who attended this weekend's celebration of the studio's opening. CBS This Morning co-host Gayle King spoke with Perry in Atlanta about this historic moment and about the New York Times characterizing Perry as the most successful mogul Hollywood has ever ignored. Yeah. The New York Times, Jesus. That paper, that publication, that outlet is really just showing its ass when it comes to pushing the victim. Oh my goodness. Oh how po is he? So it's so sad how Hollywood ignored him. Come on, bro. Miss me. King asked, "Do you think Hollywood gets you?" No, of course not. Perry replied, "I clearly believe I'm ignored in Hollywood for sure, and that's fine. I get it." Is that fine? Yes, it's very fine. Like, he's made quite the name for himself. He's built quite the legacy here. So yeah, it is fine. The hell. It is my audience, and the stories that I tell are African American stories specific to a certain audience, specific to a certain group of people that I know, women that I grew up with. He didn't say women, I said women that he grew up, because it's like black women. It's the stereotypical black, loud, boisterous woman. Oh, that's so funny. Laughing themselves directly into the poverty. Hollywood doesn't necessarily speak the language. A lot of critics don't speak that language. So to them, it's like, what is this? New. Okay, so here's the deal. When it comes to his stage productions and the Medea stuff, yeah, I get it. But when it comes to more of the like oh my goodness, I can't remember the names of any of these movies that he's done, but he's done a ton of movies that would have broad appeal except for the fact that he writes them terribly. Like, I mean, the dialogue in a lot of his films are just it's really bad. So they're like, so he's like, to them, it's like, what is this? To me, as a wife, it's like, what is this? And I definitely speak the language. So it's like, bro, like your films aren't particularly the best written pop or have even the best cinematography when it comes to some of your later outings when it come with Medea and the like. What was that? Boo, Medea, Halloween had like 3 locations and stuff. I mean, you do all of this stuff on a budget, but then don't sit there and like, oh yeah, they just don't get me. Like, no, you're kind of cheap on your budgets when it comes to your when it comes to quite a few of your productions, and it shows, and that's reflected in what you put out. So you can have the world's biggest studio, bro, but if you're not putting legit money, because we're not talking about like like over like $200 million Marvel movies. We're talking about 50-60 million dollars into your productions, and actually make sure the money is allocated and goes to where it needs to go, in the places that it needs to go, in the places it needs to be, particularly in the writing and the dialogue aspects of it. We'll see. But I know what I do is important. I know what I do touches millions of people around the world. I know how important every word, every joke, every laugh is. I know what that does for the people where I come from, and the people that I'm writing for. So yeah, I get that. But that's the thing. Are you though? Are you? Because you do have a rather sizable Caucasian following. I mean, Cinema Snob has like an entire playlist dedicated to Tyler Perry productions because he just picks them apart. And you know what? If I were a movie critic type in that vein, I would do the exact same thing, because they are ripe with just laughable errors. You're not particularly making Oscar bait there, buddy. King said, but you've also, though, been criticized in some cases by your own people, by your fellow colleagues. Were you seeking in this moment validation, or that wasn't something either that you paid any attention to? You mean building all this to seek validation? No, not at all, not at all. No. Sorry. I don't, that's just how I read it. So, or to show, listen, I know what I'm doing is what I mean. If they get it, that's great. If they don't, I really feel it from the bottom of my heart. If they get it, great. If they don't, then fine. Then that's fine too, because you made your money. You're good. Like your productions tend to be so cheap that you're gonna make your money back regardless. So I mean, good on you. It's just good business savvy more than anything else, because you do have that built in and just rock with you hard fan base, and I respect the hell out of that. It's just I ain't a part of it. Like, I've seen so many of his plays, so many of his productions, so many times they are rather predictable, and so I tend to stay away from it, and particularly the movies that are based off of plays he already done, because it really isn't much different. I know for a fact that when I drive in through these gates onto the 333 acres and see these 12 sound stages and see the highway sign that says Tyler Perry Studios as you're making the exit in here, as I come in here and I see these hundreds of people working, these black and brown. I've been on sets where I've only been the only blackface on. Only blackface. As recently as 2019, going, where are the black people in this movie? Back behind the camera. So when I come to work here, and every black person that comes to work here, they go, oh my God, it's heaven. Is it? God, I gotta say, I went to HBCU. It's not heaven, okay? It is a pain in the ass. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I like the color of somebody's skin does not change their difficulty setting, and particularly if you share it. Nah, man. I like it. Okay, all right, whatever. Live the dream, Tyler Perry. You're living the dream. Enjoy. I've been on sets where I've been the only blackface on only blackface as recently as 2019, going where all the black people. Okay, oh my God, it's heaven. Here we are. We're represented. I personally like the people that are best qualified for the job. Where's everybody represented? LGBTQ's represented. Black, white, gay, straight, whatever. We're all represented, working hand in hand, arm in arm. Let's see what you produce. Okay, Tyler Perry? You better put out some of those most popping shit ever, bro. So, what I know about what I'm doing, Annie Doubters, just come and take a visit and walk these streets and see these people, see these underdogs, and you tell me what I do don't matter, bro. Like I said, you're living a dream, okay? Oh my goodness, you've taken the Jordan Peele angle where it's like, yeah, no black people on my production, no white people on my production. It's just black, and the deal is that hey, it's all good. But we will see what comes, what this gigantic studio, what it produces, and how many hits you gonna knock out of there. All right, it's no different than a music studio now. You did the impossible, right? I mean, you made the world's greatest movie studio set and lot. You got sound stages and you got everything you need. All right, bruh. We'll see. We shall see. Let's press play on this and see what they're talking about. Unless it's a commercial. It's commercial, and it's a 30-second commercial, so we ain't going through all that. So with that being said, we're going to bring all this to an end, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, yeah, go ahead, do that too. I ain't scared of you. Sub. If you enjoy my fantastic voice, you want to get videos like this every single day, share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and the like, they don't really like me like that. And speak. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like honestly, screw Hollyweird, right? You've been able to do the unthinkable. Why is Hollyweird even coming up? Say thank you to all of those, sisters that took you to that point. Because damn sure wasn't Brothers. The only reason Brothers was buying Tyler Perry tickets was to smash the chick afterwards. But it was probably usually some dog caricature in the play that broke up the relationship. I don't know. I'm just making jokes at this point. So, but let me know what you think in the comments. Are you a fan of Tyler Perry? Do you think his work stands the test of time? Are you into his legacy and everything else like that? Let me know what you think. And until the next one.